What is it? Sorry, no, tell me. I'll give you all the spoilers. What do you want to know?
Hi gang, I'm Zach Hugg with SYFY WIRE. We're here at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, California for the premiere of Justice League. Team, there are a lot of superheroes here. Take a look.
Let's do it. All right.
We worked out in the same facility. It was Jason, myself, Ezra, the Amazons. Everybody was working together. It was pretty spectacular to see. And those ladies were kicking our asses in the gym. Not competitive because we're all working on different things. You know, I'm working to try to bulk up to become a college quarterback. Ezra's working on speed, flexibility, mobility. Jason's getting shredded. The Amazons are just ripping the gym apart. We couldn't even get a weight. They're like, excuse me, ladies, can we borrow a weight? They're like, get away from us! Well, my trainer, Stu Walton, he was a great spot. He knew when enough was enough, and if he didn't know when enough was enough, and I'm sitting there crying on the floor, he got the idea.
These things are gonna keep coming. You get technical, I'm on bug duty.
You play Cyborg's father. Talk about that father and son relationship. That's it's a really important component of this.
It is. His wife and son get into a horrible accident. And because of his work, his wife dies, but he's able to put his son back together again. Voila. And unfortunately, or as things turn out, his son does not like what's happened to him. He's like, to make another sort of metaphor, he's like Grendel, you know the Beowulf myth? So Grendel is a character who gets angry at the world because people, one, think he's a bad guy simply because of the way he looks, and two, because the world is telling lies about itself. This character, the same thing. He kind of is angry at his father because he can't hide who he is.
The movie has such great, strong female characters. What's Martha Kent's part of that?
Well, Martha represents, at this point, I'm grateful to have been in all three of these films, and she is what I've kind of jokingly referred to as OG at this point. I think that mothers are very important as far as what they impart to their children, and not only that, but in terms of showing what it is to be a woman and commanding the respect of what that means.
So you were Jimmy Olsen,
yes, sir.
And now you're in this film as well. Talk about a little about that transition.
Just a little cameo. Thank you, Jeff Johns, who used to work for Mr. Richard Donner, and his sensibility is really good, and I'm really happy that he is where he is. I just saw Wonder Woman a bit ago, and I could have cried a couple times. And I've been waiting a long time for that torch to be patched from the original Superman movie with Chris. And that movie did it for me. It really did.
Of all the worlds that you built together, what was the thing that sort of tied them all together? How did you make it also sort of cohesive at the same time?
The cohesive part of the world is Batman, because he's the one who bring them together. And Batman expand on this film. You've seen him on the last one. I designed the last one, as you know, so the world of Batman was there, but it's been expanding. And on expanding, it's expanding to bring the teams together. So it's really the link between everybody. After that, the concept was to not make them similar. Each one of those worlds is drastically different. Well, in essence, Aquaman doesn't live in the same world as Cyborg. But beyond that, we created color scheme, texture style, forms that are going to be applied for each one of those characters.
I have lived years of watching the Batmobile be created. We drove in it after it was like, I was one of the first people to actually get to drive in it around the lot with him, because he's a creator, so he can do whatever he wants. So between that and the jet, I mean, everything that he created, it's really, I mean, it's everybody's world, but there's been so much that's been Batman-centric, so I feel so connected to that.
For Justice League, what was your sort of, where did you draw from? What was your sort of inspiration for the whole thing?
Just trying to make an entire puzzle come together. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. I tried to come up with little motifs and things, and there's bits of recognizable things from the past, and creating something new that is about the uniting quality of the whole team coming together. Because in the beginning, laying it out was very complicated. But then when I started watching it, everything just kind of fell into place almost on its own.